people. It's your boy, Amiri, back with another bang of the Fresh Prince of Zamunda. God, I need to get like some super glue or some blue tack just to stick on here, because there's no way I'm doing a video without doing my intro. You get me? My intro is one of the best on the internet. Let me know if I am lying or not. You know, like that. But if you like my videos, like, subscribe. If you see anyone walking in the background, just know we got a busy day today. We got security, we got celebrities, we got everyone, gal them, everyone walking in and boom. We're setting up, but the show must go on. I still do my reactions because there is not gonna be a day when I don't drop one for you lot, bro. I do it all for you lot. So if you don't want the videos to stop running, keep sending me some videos on my Instagram or on the YouTube or whatever. However you get hold of me, just send some videos and I will react to it if I see it. And just subscribe to the channel, man. Show me some love. Hit the bell button, you know. But listen, King, my top producer, bow. Woo, he's so silky. Ladies, if you want a top producer like King, making a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of cheddar out here, hit him up. You get me? So what are we watching? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. You've seen it. You've seen the thumbnail. You've seen the title. Obviously, you clicked on it, so you know I'm gonna watch something exciting.
One of the many things that I had no idea about. I've watched a lot of videos, and I've never heard of this being done before.
What the hell? What are we watching? What's this?
One of the many things that I had no idea about. I've watched a lot of videos. And
okay, that's England. What's so interesting about England now?
I've never heard of this being done before. Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be watching and reacting to London, England's capital, the global megacity.
Okay, so I'm a reviewer reviewing a reviewer who is reviewing a review of something. This is Inception. But you lot sent it, so obviously it's entertaining some form of way. Some information must be gained from here, or something funny or something scary or interesting is something in here. So let's see what he has to say about my city, London, amongst Port of Spain, which is also my city.
Looks like a brief history of London itself, this megacity, from the time of the Rome.
Okay, history of London. That's so interesting because, bruv, the thing about London, they have like what do you call these? Like some in America they call them building codes, but over here it's like they're very fussy about changing the buildings. So what you tend to find out is that there'll be brand new buildings next to like ancient buildings. There'll be brand new roads next to like ancient alleyways that Jack the Ripper would have passed through and stuff, that still got stuff on the walls and stuff like that. And you got like old churches, and it's very, London is a mad place, but it's our box. I love my little 2x4 box with my over 9 million people.
All the way to the future, what's expected to come, what is going to come. I've always heard London.
So you better be careful with what you say about my city, Anna. You better watch yourself, Anna.
Being a megacity, as a true megacity, the urban sprawl is incredible.
Yeah, that's the urban sprawl. There's probably every single nationality here inside London, man. And you know, we live together, we work together, we pass each other, we help out each other, man. When I say help out, not necessarily like I'm helping you, but help out as in the bus driver drives us to work and we go there to work and we cook the food that you eat on lunch, and you know, it's very cosmopolitan, bro. Far more than a lot of cities I've been to. Even though I would say it's this one of the most multicultural places in the world, we still have a lot to challenges to overcome, because I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, if you're unaware already, and where I'm from there's a multitude of different races and creeds, and we kind of work together a little bit more than London. We're a bit closer, a little bit more than London, where I still hold on to my heritage in terms of Trinidad and Tobago. I was born there. I came here when I was young and I went back and I came back. That's my story. But a lot of people hold on to where they're from, as opposed to Trinidad, where you could be Chinese, Indian, black, white, you're Trinidadian. So that's different. So let's see what he has to say about my city.
Let's just jump into this and see what they have to say.
Yeah, let's jump into this. Let's see.
The world's largest city, until 1925, is now a mature, well-planned metropolis.
That's right.
With a population of 13.7 million. It's a highly admired place and is consistently ranked as a top 3 most visited destination on the planet, making its airspace the busiest on Earth. As the largest urban...
You see how he said 13 million Londoners. God damn, I thought it was 9. Ooh, where did that 4 come from?
Economy in Europe, with the greatest concentration of top-class universities.
Yep, that's right.
it has hosted the Summer Olympics a record 3 times.
Yep, biggest fairs. Yep.
It has something for everyone, whether you're after luxury, the world's most 5-star hotels, nature, the world's largest
like largest parks and that, the whole, bro. That's one thing about London I love, bro. You look on the map, and no matter where you are, within like a couple miles or a mile or two, there's a park near you where you could just chill out, relax, take in some nature. So, you know, London does. We should be giving our city a lot more props.
forest in a city with more than 40% green space, sports, the world's highest total stadium capacity, or entertainment, the world's biggest theater audience.
See?
But while the high life continues for many, this city has seen its share of tough times. This is London, the Empire City.
That intro alone got me very excited for what is to come.
Londinium was founded in 43 AD
Londinium, you know. Who calls it that now, bruv?
along the River Thames as a gateway for goods and people entering Britannia from every corner of the Roman Empire. A walled city covering roughly 1.5 square kilometers, Roman London reached a population of 60,000 in the second.
You could tell from this picture that even back in the days, they didn't give a fuck about South London. South London gets no love, bro.
century. But the empire soon came under severe crisis, and by the 4th century, Londinium was completely abandoned. After 700 years, what was now called London had recovered to become the largest town in England. The construction of Westminster Abbey in the 11th century ensured...
And Westminster Abbey's still here. As I said, a lot of these buildings that you see right now are still here today, standing. And what they would do, they would put like, it's like a facade. So in the front or on the outside, it would look like these buildings, but on the inside, it's very modern. They've got it out, taken out the electrics, redone the electrics, taken out the asbestos, put new stuff in, insulation, everything. So it might look old on the outside, but very new on the inside.
place as the heart of the country. Since then, the Abbey has hosted every coronation of an English or British monarch. Its most recent royal wedding was Prince William to Catherine Middleton. And last month, the state funeral of Elizabeth II took place at the Abbey. Sitting alongside is the Palace of Westminster, home to the government of the United Kingdom.
Random question, is it still under construction? When I was there, there's scaffolding everywhere, and even Big Ben or the Elizabeth Tower was completely covered. Can't wait to go back. I could actually see.
I think it's actually done now. I think they completed it. Oh, Big Ben at least. And Big Ben is not even the name of... I think Big Ben is the name of the actual bell. I think that is. And the actual thing is not called Big Ben. But I know what you mean. The clock is actually done now. And I think they're doing work on the actual building.
In full.
With its 2 houses of parliament.
House of Lords and the House of the Commons.
Westminster lies just southwest of the City of London, a ceremonial district that covers a bit more than a square mile. It constituted most of settled London through the Middle Ages and is today one of the world's most important financial centers.
And do you know the mad thing about City of London? Not London City, City of London. So that's it's like a city inside of a city where they have their own police, they have their own different kind of laws and stuff. Bro, you know how rich people do, bro. This is the financial center, bro. So they got their own guards, everything, bro. It's weird. It's so weird, bro. It's just weird. I don't know why England still follows these kind of weird laws, bro, where bro, it's weird. It's like the Vatican. They got their own little thing inside of their own little thing.
The Royal Exchange, seen here with work being done to its facade, was the center of London
Didn't I say that? They work on the facade and inside they gut it out.
commerce. Originally opened by Queen Elizabeth I, royal heralds still shout the news of historic events from its steps, like the dissolution of Parliament and the start of a new monarch's reign.
3 cheers for His Majesty the King. Hip hip, hooray!
Just outside the city's borders is the Tower of London. Originally a castle built by King William the Conqueror, it has served as a grand royal palace, a prison, a treasury, a menagerie, the Royal Mint, a public record office, and the home of the crown jewels of England.
And now it's a wall that people used to urinate on while they're chilling on the bridge on the other side, partying.
In the 1660s, it was an armory,
I'm just being real.
during the most destructive event in London's history. Still reeling from the Great Plague that year that had killed 100,000 people, nearly a quarter of its population, Londoners awoke on the morning.
Hey, do you know what's weird about the Tower of London, though? Right by the building, yeah, there's like a moat still. And if you don't know what a moat is, it's like back in the days, they used to surround castles with water. So they would have like a deep pit around the castle. Now, there's no water still in there, but it's just so weird that you look at the castle and there's the deep ditch still there. Do you know what I mean? It's like you could actually tell that, right, this is where they used to have the water thing.
September 2nd.
Bro, London is a mad place to come, and if you study history and stuff, you absolutely enjoy London.
1666 to high winds and smoke. Over 4 days, most of the medieval city was destroyed by a raging fire.
Mm-hmm.
The Tower of London garrison used gunpowder to create effective fire breaks that stopped the fire's spread to the east.
Wow.
Although there's never been an official death toll, several thousand were likely killed, and thousands of buildings were reduced to ash, including over 13,000 homes, 90 churches, and St. Paul's Cathedral.
Very smart of them to use gunpowder. I would have never thought that to make fire breaks.
For real.
And also, I've never heard of this massive city-ending fire in 1666.
What? Come on, bro. Everyone knows
In the
that.
aftermath, many architects submitted plans reimagining grand boulevards along a grid system that would become popular in urban America.
Like New York.
But the businessmen of the city were eager to rebuild and mostly stuck to the old street plan, although they widened some streets and built with brick and stone rather than flammable wood. Even without an extensive redesign, the cost of the rebuild forced the City of London Corporation into default and forced thousands of its newly homeless residents to...
London City is a corporation. I don't even think you lot know what that means. Listen, someone send me a documentary on that, bro. I'm so willing to sit down and watch that, bro. The Corporation of London City.
settle in the countryside, with a little push from King Charles II, who feared they might revolt. So how did London survive a devastating plague and fire in the same year?
They moved the poor people there.
The simplest explanation is that the culture of the city at this time was historically dynamic, cultivating ingenuity in every aspect of society. London's population had recently exploded leading up to the Great Plague and fire, growing from 50,000 to 500,000. As the main port in the North Sea, its ships were taking full advantage of new trading opportunities in the Americas and Asia. And one new commodity they brought back.
Guess what it is?
Londoners a huge jolt.
Coffee?
You say coffee, I say... He says coffee. Sugar. I say sugar. Sugar or cotton. Sugar. Slaves have something to do with this, bro. Like...
Coffee.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Drinking coffee right now.
Foreign brew was served in houses that became meeting places to catch up on and debate the news of the day. Soon, houses catered to particular trades like craftsmen, writers, and explorers. The free exchange of ideas they encouraged gave rise to the UK's National Academy of Sciences, whose members included the coffeehouse-addicted Robert Hooke, the great Isaac Newton, chemist Robert Boyle, philosopher John Locke, and prolific architect Christopher Wren.
And then we end up drinking tea. How are we known for tea, bruv?
That is a heavy-hitting lineup right there. That's also incredible.
I mean, all right.
Coffeehouse culture also fueled the world's first great capitalist economy. Edward Lloyd's house specialized in a
Great capitalist economy. Economy based on winners and losers, and where the winners win because the losers lose, and there has to be losers in order for there to be winners. Great system, mate.
Meaning the most reliable shipping news. A waiter there would read out the latest bulletins, then pin them to a wall, attracting long-distance traders eager to make deals on site. Today, Lloyd's has evolved into the world's main insurance market, an unseen but vital engine in the globalized economy, where brokers and underwriters can still meet face-to-face to form the trust necessary to close deals that are too risky or unique for any other market.
Do you know what's crazy about that? I'll tell you what's crazy about that. Right now, there's no neighbors on top of us, and we're very high up. Very, very lovely studios. So if I was just to look out that window there, or if you go out here and look out that window here, you will see the whole of London, the whole panorama. I could see Canary Wharf from right in front of me. I could see all the buildings, the HSC, HSBC, the Lloyds. I could see every single building. London Eye, Bank of England. I could see everything. Westminster Abbey, everything from here. So it's quite humbling when you look out from our balcony and you see London. Quite humbling, knowing where you come from and like knowing where you're going and heading to. Success is so crazy.
This culture also established in 1694 the Bank of England, creating a publicly financed national debt, an innovation that positioned Britain as a global superpower.
Yep. Head of the world currency just after France, and then passed the baton on to America.
Its capital as the world's most important city of the 1700s. London's wealth allowed it to finance the most powerful navy the world had ever seen.
We all hear about that here in the U.S., hear about that a lot.
Yeah.
I always admired their ships and their ship design and how massive they were and how dominant they've been at the seas for so long.
Yep. They say there wasn't a place on Earth where the sun shone that the English Empire wasn't.
Go back in time and see these ships. Beautiful, beautiful.
The memorial column at Trafalgar Square commemorates the victory that cemented Britain's superiority on the high seas.
Yep, it's still there.
The battle saw an outnumbered Admiral Horatio Nelson bravely sacrifice
Lord Nelson, standing right, bro, so high, you know.
His life while leading his warships into the heart of the combined Spanish and French fleets, decimating them without losing a single British vessel.
Goodness.
The victory
Wow.
ended any hope European conquerors like Napoleon had for invading Britain by sea, and set the stage for a peacetime boom. Propelled by inventions like the electric motor by London's Michael Faraday, the Industrial Revolution brought rapid urbanization and growth, and by 1831, London was the largest city in the world.
I don't know.
It was also
like,
filthy.
Honestly, I don't
The
know.
Thames was
Hold
open
on.
sewer,
Yeah.
capturing the weight.
Like, I don't know how they managed to tell that story without mentioning slavery once, bro. How? From here to here without mentioning slavery. How? From here back to here. How did you not mention slavery once, bro? How?
Them without losing a single British vessel.
Goodness.
The
How did the British have such a big navy? How?
victory ended any hope European conquerors like Napoleon had for invading
What were they protecting from the French and the
Britain
Portuguese
by
and that?
sea, and set the stage for a
And the
peacetime
Spanish.
boom. Propelled by
How did they get the Industrial Revolution?
inventions like the
Where did
electric
they get their money from?
motor by London's Michael Faraday, the Industrial Revolution brought rapid urbanization and growth, and by 1831, London was the largest city in the world. It was all
How can you leave my people out of this story, bruv? It's mad, bruv.
filthy. The Thames was an
no.
open sewer, capturing the waste of 3 million people. The stink and cholera it produced was unbearable. Chief Civil Engineer Joseph Bazalgette was put in charge of creating a modern sewer system, an innovative mega-project involving hundreds of miles of brick and cement tunnels,
Bro, I swear we still got them.
combined with several pumping stations to move the sewage a few miles downriver and release it safely away from London. Another engineering marvel at this time was the underground. Through trial and error over 20 grueling years, project mastermind John Fowler's team perfected the technique of cut and cover, completing the Metropolitan line in 1863. It was both the world's first subterranean and rapid railway system. Today, it is the third longest metro system on Earth, and is still growing. The 19 billion pound Elizabeth line was inaugurated this May.
I watched quite a
The thing I love about the Elizabeth line is that I live on the Elizabeth line. It's been a revolution for me. I could get anywhere in London now in like 20 minutes, mate. 15 minutes. East, west, north, south, it don't matter, mate, now. Which is beautiful. It's just that they just need to sort it out, man. There's a lot of strikes and stuff. They got to iron out some issues. But in the whole, London's underground is one of the best forms of transport in the entire world. Like, to the point where right now I'm in my 30s and I don't even have a driver's license. I don't need it living in London, bro. Unless I'm flying
the
out,
Elizabeth line.
unless I'm flying out, I'm good. I don't really leave London for nothing. There's nothing, bro. 24/7 shops, 24/7 food, 24/7 resources. On weekends, the tube runs 24/7. Like, bro, everything is here. Every single type of restaurant, place, kind of activities is here.
I found a good video to react to about the Elizabeth line. I already think the underground there is really nice, and I think pretty darn.
I did tell you lot, we got top flight security, celebrities, gal, everyone in and out. You lot can't see it because this is how we do. We work to perfection. You lot don't even see the back ends of stuff. You just see the front end and just see a nice, cute guy watching a interesting video, and you think, seems nice, but it's hectic out here, mate. It's hectic. So back to this thing now. The London Underground, the Metropolitan line, is still running right now, you know. And it's not even one of the slowest lines or the oldest looking lines. It's actually a good line to use.
Especially coming here from the U.S., we don't have anything like that. Ours are terrible here.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They drive. I've seen their roads and stuff in the U.S. and that. You lot drive everywhere. Like the roads are very empty-ish, kind of in terms of pedestrians. There's not a lot of people riding bikes and stuff, and you know that's why there's no place like London in terms of some places, man, because everyone's here and we're in close proximity. It's very like, if you love people or you love being around people or you hate being alone or very in quiet place, bro, here's the place to be. Literally, I can't make it up.
So
like on Sundays, the Arabs are open because they don't work on, you know what I'm saying, they work on a different schedule. Indians working on a different schedule. On a Fridays working on a different schedule. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Christmas Day, we still open. We still got shops and stuff open. We still you know what I'm trying to say? Because people that are different religions that own shops, and you know what I'm trying to say? Like there's always something to do in London. So I love my city, man.
Their time in so many ways, just like sewage was taken really into consideration, transportation, innovation is always a big fascination to me. I love it.
Completing a phase that was the biggest construction project in all of Europe.
Oh, wow.
The quality of transportation available to Londoners
Wait, more than the Eurozone. I mean the Euro. What do you call that train line, man? Eurostar.
Their roads and stagecoach service allowed them to settle and commute farther from the city center.
Bloody hell.
With the population passing 6 million in the 1800s, middle-class workers were looking for homes with a modest garden, so developers built sprawling tracts in the outskirts, including the Beacon Tree Estate in Dagenham. With more than 25,000 semi-detached dwellings, it was the largest housing development in the world.
Still there, you know.
It seems suburbia began in Britain, foreshadowing the sprawl that was to come to places like Los Angeles. As London swallowed up more and more of the surrounding countryside, authorities contained it by reserving wide swaths of land for a green belt 7 to 10 miles deep around its built-up area. This so-called girdle could only be left wild, turned into parks, or used for agriculture, an idea sold to Londoners as guaranteeing their access to recreation.
Yeah.
The citizens of Britain's other cities wanted access to clean air and nature too, and soon were adopting green belts of their own.
That is so smart. One of the many things that I had no idea about. I've watched a lot of videos, and I've never heard of this being done before. What? It's fascinating, and I love that. I love my green space, my green belts, my outdoor time, hiking, nature. And I wish we had adopted this here in the U.S. For example, I'm close to Los Angeles. If it was just surrounding it with green space, I think we would be much better off. It'd be really nice. The big green areas that we have
is near the mountain area near the Hollywood sign.
Our nature places or natural areas are the mountains that we can't even build on anyways. So it's just gonna by default. I don't know if it's common knowledge, but let me know. Let me know how you like it.
In 1941, after Hitler's Air Force bombed London for 8 months, killing more than 30,000, many buildings were destroyed. However, with the Green Belt restricting development, the cost of the land available to build on rose. A trend that has continued until today, when 70% of the cost of a new building is now the purchase of the land, compared to just 25% in the 1950s.
True.
This has contributed to a severe shortage of affordable housing.
I don't even think you could buy land in London anymore. Like, in terms of, like, they might lease you the land or they will sell you the house without selling you the land. So they might be like, oh, this house does not include the land. It would just be what's on top of it. You know what I mean?
A much-needed conversation about how to more wisely use London's precious public lands in ways that actually benefit the general public.
Mm-hmm.
Another post-war development was an increase in immigration to London from the British Commonwealth countries of India, Jamaica, and Pakistan.
Why would they say that? You big up the whole of India, the whole of Pakistan, and you said Jamaica. Like Jamaica's the only Caribbean island. One for them, bruv. One for Trinidadians, Tobagonians, Grenadians, Bajans, St. Lucians, St. Vincent. Bro, England did the whole thing, you know.
Today, more than 4 million Londoners are foreign-born.
That's one annoying thing, though. Like, you black and from the Caribbean. Oh, wait, mate, are you Jamaican? Are you Jamaican, mate? Are you Jamaican?
Fourth largest immigrant community in the world after New York, LA, and Paris.
That's incredible, because didn't they say there's 13 million people who live in London and 4 million of those, 4.05, are foreign? I did notice that, though, how diverse it is. In a different way here, I think it's fairly diverse where I'm at. Like Los Angeles in general.
Nah, bro, London's more diverse, bro. It's like I'm telling you, bro, if you don't end up speaking Arab, Somali, Spanish, Polish, like you pick up phrases from every, like, you know what I'm trying to say? You're so diverse and so, you're like a world citizen living in London, literally.
And South is pretty diverse compared to many other places that I travel around the world or within the US. And I definitely noticed that in London. But that also creates a culture of its own, very unique to London. The addition of good foods and restaurants there that are, to me, pretty exotic, pretty different, and just this blend of cultures from all over the world.
I told you, bro. It's like the kept secret that everyone knows. Like, bro, you could either travel the whole world or just go London.
Drawing so many new arrivals has contributed to London's housing crunch, and the megacity now has the highest real estate prices in Europe. So developers try to stack more square footage on each plot of land, making buildings taller and changing London's notoriously low-slung skyline.
But you still have low, like, it's not as bad as like New York or something like that. So it's not bad. You still have the parks, you still have the residential areas. But a lot of things with the residential areas, what they will do is that they will take it from a one-person occupied house and sell the house, and then they'll change it into a house of multiple occupants. So, or they'll turn it into flats. Like, you take the bottom floor, he takes the middle floor, he takes the top floor of a house that would have been like one person's house back in the days, you know? So, and even then, the houses they had back in the days were completely huge. So you might think these small flats that you have is like Japan where it's all squeezed in. No, bro. You're getting a front room, you're getting a bedroom, toilet. It's like some of these houses had 4 toilets in it. Can't make this up, bro.
The financial districts are home to most of the 103 buildings taller than...
It's lot parts of London are different. Like West London give you a different feel to North London. North London gives you a different feel to East London. East London will give you a different feel to South London. South London will give you a different... In fact, in South London, we have different, like South East, South West, outskirts of South, inwards of South, inner city South, or out, like, you know, parky area South. And then Northwest, there's different... They're all different areas, but they all come together and we all have this London and we all feel like Londoners. So, yeah.
meters. The second most skyscrapers in Europe, behind Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
As a picturesque riverine city with layers of historic architecture, gorgeous greenscapes, an economy that hums along as the capital of one of the world's most stable democracies, it's no wonder why people and their money are drawn to London.
Mm-hmm.
However, the twin challenges of assimilating millions of foreigners and adapting to the rising cost of living, especially for those outside the capital, helped sway a majority of British voters to leave the European Union in the summer of...
See, so I wouldn't even blame Londoners for this. I'll blame people outside of London for this. You see, as Londoners, we forget that England is a big country and it's not just London. So we're very Londonish as opposed to English. Do you know what I mean? So we're very in a bubble with ourselves. And we forget that, you know, when English people come to London and they're like, oh, where's all the white people gone? And they don't really understand, but the white people here, like, this is us. We are Londoners. We appreciate what we see around us. Because if I want a curry, I'll go get a curry, mate. If I want Chinese food, I get Chinese food. If I want to eat, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're fully invested. Like, the Polish man is your security guard, or the Nigerian guy is a security guard, or the Spanish girl is your bartender, or the cleaner is Brazilian, or I'm not. It's just so diverse that the moment you don't get the diversity that you had, you feel cheated on.
16. A decision that continues to challenge the churn of occupants at 10 Downing Street, the Prime Minister's residence.
Because I would say since Brexit and as well the C word, the population has not been the same, I would say. You know, the city has not been the same since Corona. It's slowly getting back to where it used to be, but in terms of the amount of foreigners, hell to the no.
Across from St. James Park is Buckingham Palace, official residence of the head of state of the United Kingdom, the newly crowned King Charles III. While both Brexit and the role of a monarch in a modern society pose internal
yeah, bro, man, walk past Buckingham Palace all the time. Like, it's not really, it's like, I'm trying to go past it, so I'm not really concerned about what's going there. Like, people that come to England and visit probably go to more places than me, and I've been here for years, mate. So I know fully well a lot of people as well that I chill with or hang around with, they don't do it either. They ain't got time to waste going to all of these, like, Buckingham Palace and Westminster. No, if we pass it, then we pass it.
Challenges for the entire country. London is also grappling with the wicked problem facing the entire world, climate change. During the record heat wave this July that saw temperatures reach 40.2 Celsius or 104.4.
Yeah, man. It was so hot, man, and all the girls were out with their skimpy clothes on. The horror of climate change.
Fahrenheit at Heathrow Airport. Numerous parts of London were again ablaze. To the east, the steadily rising sea presents an enormous flood risk to an estimated £200 billion worth of property along the Thames, a tidal river. To protect the city, an impressive 520-meter retractable barrier was built in 1984, a structure the Environmental Agency believes should last, with slight modifications, until 2070, a testament to the
Thames Barrier
foresight of its design and engineering team.
Did not know they had this. This is similar to what they're doing in Venice, I believe. Something similar to control the tides and to protect the city. I think it's very important. I am learning so much in this video.
I'm not. It's like, it's my city, mate.
Water also presents another challenge. While London is sometimes perceived as consistently socked in by fog and grey skies, it actually receives just half the rain.
Don't say that. It's a nice sunny day today. It's about 16, 17 degrees, which is not too bad, not too bad. You know what I mean? It feels all right, and it feels, it's all right. I've got a jumper on with a little t-shirt. It's not too cold. Not cold at all, mate.
Fall of New York City.
What fog? Sunshine, mate.
Despite a significantly more northern latitude.
No, I'm joking. London rains all the time, mate. I hate it. Listen, no matter how sunny the day is, bring a jacket with you.
It even gets less rain than the fairly dry cities of Rome, Lisbon, and Sydney. The problem is that the western half of southern England catches most of the rain systems from the Atlantic, receiving about 4 times the precipitation as the eastern half. As things continue to get drier and more unpredictable, hydrologists warn that London, on the eastern, dry side, may begin having water supply problems by 2050. So a debate is ongoing about whether to submerge a swath of Oxfordshire on the Thames.
Oxfordshire.
To create a reservoir to store water for the megacity. But although London...
Man said Oxfordshire, you know.
faces a few challenges from forces beyond its control. Solving them seems relatively straightforward.
Yeah.
And looking ahead, London's position, well away from the coast, on a temperate island with no active volcanoes, is one of the most advantageous locations for any major city in history, which should allow it to continue as a top global city well into the 2100s.
Wow. I learned quite a bit from this video. Yeah. Hopefully you did too. Even if you lived there your whole life, I hope you learned a few things from this video. I thought it was excellent. And I paused it here so you could see how massive, how much of a sprawl London is on the map here. I definitely loved London when I went there, and I thought it was, compared to cities here in the West Coast at least, and probably just the United States in general, I thought it was very clean, Pretty organized compared to stuff here.
Pretty
Rich in
much.
history and culture, and the list just goes on and on and on.
London. The thing about he talks about the cleanliness in London. It's crazy how it works, you know. Like even the most hectic time in London, I would say Notting Hill Carnival. These guys, if Carnival, they make Carnival finish 8 o'clock. Listen, by 9:10, they've got the trucks coming out. Boop, 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 boop. They're sweeping up everything, bruv. They're cleaning everything. The floor's getting clean. The walls, they put up barriers. Everything is clean. And it's by the morning time, people are like, "Right, was Carnival even here yesterday?" Like they really do get active with that cleaning thing, and they do spend a lot of money on cleaning, even to the point where you're like, "Bro, this road doesn't even need cleaning. Why are they cleaning it?" You know? Where some parts might get neglected, but they do break it up into councils, so every council is responsible for their own little section of London. But yeah, that's another interesting video. Like learning about my city, learning about my things and that, you know. But listen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying my videos, if you're enjoying my reactions. Yeah, I'm getting a good feedback, which is good. So let me know what else you want me to react to, man. But until then, see you next time. Ciao, peace, au revoir.